Black Friday is coming up, and I'm pretty sure that you guys already have some things in mind to buy. But the question here is, what do you really need? So today I thought I would put together a list of things that I think are very good and will help you on your photography and videography journey, because believe me, I have bought a shit ton of stuff that I never used, or they're just sitting somewhere collecting dust and never used it. So today I want to talk to you about those items. So let's start. So first item on my list is a external monitor for your camera. And believe me, this is something that I use a ton. Every time I record a video, my external monitor is always sitting in front of me, and believe me, it helps. And having the ability to just put a lot into the monitor so I can expose it better because I shoot in log is a game changer. If you don't want to buy a monitor, you do have some alternatives like the Monitor and Control app from Sony, and also the Monitor Plus, which is an app that you can download on your phone, and then you can use your phone as an external monitor. The monitor that I use is the Portkeys PT5-2. It's a great monitor, great price, lots and lots of features, and it's small enough that I can put it on my camera when I'm using the cage. And it's a good size to just have sitting here on my desk while I can actually look at it and make sure that the frame is as I want it. Next on the list, we have a color accurate monitor. And you might be asking yourself, but why, Lucas? Isn't a normal monitor enough? Well, it's not. Because if you're thinking about creating content for social media such as Instagram, YouTube, or whatever other social media that you have, you will have problems if your monitor is not accurate, because once you're editing your footage, your photos, you will see something on your monitor, but once you export, it will be different than what you saw on your monitor. So a calibrated monitor is a must if you wanted to make sure that your content is going out the way you wanted it to go out. So I use the Asus ProArt 27JCV. It's a 5K monitor, and it's a great option for someone who doesn't really spend a lot of money on, for example, the Apple Retina display, which is extremely expensive. And I strongly recommend this one. I've been using now for several months, and I'm super happy. My monitor does also have a matte finish that helps you to avoid any glare while you're editing. So definitely recommend. If you guys have seen my organization video, you know how much I value a good SSD and how important they are to my workflow. So SSDs is for sure a must for you to look out on this Black Friday. But just a few things to consider before you buy. One of those being anything below 2 terabytes, it's not really worth the price. Most of the times SSDs have a better price if you get from 2 terabytes and above. Something also to consider with SSDs is the speed. Most of those SSDs out there will be between 800 to 1000 write and read speed, and that is pretty good for pretty much everything that you're going to do. But if you get an enclosure, which means you need a separate SSD to put inside of the enclosure, you can get speeds to 2000, 3000, or 4000 plus write and read speed, and that's great. If you can get that. And something that you need to look out for to help is an enclosure that has a USB-C Thunderbolt 4 or Thunderbolt 5 with a 40 or 80 gigabyte speed. I love the T5, T7, T9 from Samsung. Awesome picks. Very, very good, and most likely to be on deal on Black Friday. And I also have an Acasis enclosure, which I then have a SSD inside, which is a 4 terabyte one, which gives me speeds around 3,500 megabytes per second, which is most of the time the SSD that I use to edit from. Something here that is not sexy at all, but definitely makes a difference is memory cards. So make sure you grab a bunch of them because they're definitely useful and you will need it, believe me. Anything that has a speed from 250 megabytes per second and above, you will do the job. Something that for sure will help you in many situations, especially if you're a solo filmmaker or a solo photographer, and that is a tripod. What I'm using right now is the Munty Spot from PGY Tech, which I really enjoyed. I've been using it for the past few months to record videos like this, vlogging, vlogging, so when I'm out and about, that's the one that I'm going for, and I'm super happy about it. I used to use the Joby GorillaPod, but with time, unfortunately, the legs get a little bit loose and the tripod doesn't really hold as it used to, but it's still, when it's brand new, it's also a great option. And grab yourself any other tripod from SmallRig, from Benro, from K&F. They're all solid tripods that you can also then raise it or just place it where you want if you need to shoot a photo by yourself or record a video. Something that goes under the radar most of the time is SmallRig Magic Arm. Those are also super cool, so look out for them. They're not that expensive, but you can get them super cheap probably now on Black Friday. It's a nice tool to have, so you can attach things like microphone or lights or even your camera if you have a cage, even better, but you can attach them in places that otherwise it wouldn't be possible. It's not enough to just shoot in 4K and get crisp image. Audio is probably more important, because for sure you can watch through a video that has very good audio, but you cannot watch a video with bad audio. If you're like me, you will know what I'm talking about. So microphone is for sure something that you should be looking out for on Black Friday. And here I've got a few tips to give you. When choosing a microphone, think about your needs. If you like to be a running gun or vlogging, or you want to be out and about, your best choice is a shotgun microphone that you can put on top of your camera, like the Deity D3 Pro, which is the one that I use, or the Rode Mic Pro, I think that's the name, or any wireless from DJI. They're all great and they will help you to capture very good audio wherever you are. Now, if you were looking to make videos more like this one, like talking heads or tutorials or anything that is in an office, if your office is not treated well for sound, like mine is treated okay, but it could be a lot better, those microphones will not help you that much with the room noise and the reverb. So a great option would be microphones like this one, the Rode PodMic USB or the Shure SM7B. Those are awesome microphones for places like this because they capture your voice only. And you don't need to keep them very close to your mouth. You just keep them at a distance that the microphone can capture the audio and you're gonna have this crispy audio. So yeah, look out for them. Something that I would also like to include in this list is batteries. And yes, camera batteries, buy them all, buy as many as you want, because you for sure need. If you're out in a shooting, either shooting video or photo, you will run out of battery at some point. So it's better for you if you have spare ones in your backpack. But something that I use, especially for videos like this, when I cannot connect my camera into the power outlet to keep it powered all the time, is a V-mount battery. And V-mount batteries are batteries that are made for you to use with your camera in a cage, where you can power your camera, your monitor, and sometimes even a microphone from that same battery. So I use that battery next to my camera here, powering my camera, so I don't run the risk of run out of power and all of a sudden I'm having a take and the camera is off. So that's also a good thing. You can definitely look out for good prices. They tend to be not cheap, so hopefully now on Black Friday you're able to get some good deals. The one that I use here is the Moment 99, and that's a pretty good battery. And by the way, everything that I'm talking about in this video will be listed on the description down below, so you can check it out. They are affiliate links, they're not sponsored, but if you buy them, I will get a commission from them. But besides Moment, you can also have the SmallRig or any other brand that makes battery. Most of the time they will be pretty similar. And last but not least in this list, practical lights. So lights like this one or like that one on the background that you can use as practical lights to set up your scene. That can be used for videos like this, but can also be used for photos. So you place them around your item or your subject, and for sure you get very cool and nice effects. I enjoy them because they just make a difference in the setup that I have, and they're super cool. They tend to be very pricey, so maybe on Black Friday you get to get some good discounts, because yeah, they are expensive. Something that I find very expensive, lights. Man, they're just crazy. Maybe I should start making lights. All right, that is my Black Friday must-watch lists. Make sure that you keep an eye on them, because you can upgrade this way smarter than just buying things for the sake of buying just because they tell you to. Maybe you snag a few, and also let me know in the comments below what items are you actually looking for, if there's something in particular that you actually hoping to get on the Black Friday list, because we know that sometimes they don't put the things that we really want, but let's hope that this time they do. I'm hoping for you. I'm sending Black Friday energies to your way. Anyway, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed enjoy, like, comment, subscribe. It will definitely help the channel. If you want to see more videos like this, also press that notification bell so you get notified when I post new videos. I've got a shit ton of content coming up, and if you want to see something specific, let me know in the comments also. I read them and I wanted to see what you guys are asking, see what you want to see. So let me know, and thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your Black Friday, enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.